Hey, how you doing? I should say, hey, how you doing? It's time for another Johnny on Fire. I got a guest with me. His name is Frank Gorri. How you doing? He's one of the Sausage Kings.
I'm doing great, Johnny. Thank
How are you? Nice to see you. Welcome. So we're gonna take an old family recipe and put it to fire. We're gonna cook it with fire.
Yeah,
All
let's
right?
do it.
So first of all, let's get serious for a second. We are going to make homemade Italian sausage.
Yes, sir.
That is a family recipe, right, bro?
That's correct.
All right. What family member made sausage in your family?
My grandfather, actually, he started the business in 1925 in Watertown across from St. Anthony's Church. My father got in the business, and I helped him as a kid in the business, so it's all been through the family. So
I love this. So we're going to be using the recipe. We're going to give all the ingredients out or what?
no. It's a secret family recipe, so I can tell you how to mix it up and everything. I can tell you to go online and get some sausage recipes. But as far as the family recipe, my grandfather and father are looking down on me. I don't think they think it's a good idea.
All right. Well, we're going to see how this works out. So what are our ingredients, Frank? What do we work with roughly without giving away the family recipe?
We have the pork. We get some Boston pork butt.
Yep.
And then we cut it out, trim the fat off a little bit, take the bone out if there's a bone in it. You get rid of all that. Then it just cuts in these small little cubes to help it go through the grinder. And here's the other piece of pork that I'll show you how to cut that up. And then there's the spices that we put in there, mix it up, then we put it into the grinder, put the casings on it, which the sausage comes through the casing, which you see when you buy it in the store. You see that's what actually holds the meat together in the casing.
I mean, that's a natural product, right?
It's a natural product
of
a pig. It's the intestines of a pig.
Okay.
But they do clean it out very well. People get freaked out about that sometimes.
Don't be freaked out. That's the way it's always been.
But they clean it out, they salt it and everything. So I've used it for years, and it's not a problem.
Now, one of the things that you do every year is you provide your family's Italian sausage. Yes. You and many volunteers make how many pounds of sausage? How many pounds?
We started 15 years ago. They asked me to do it, and we started out at 500 pounds.
We're talking about the Mount Carmel Feast,
which is the end of June every year.
Yeah.
And then each year we increased it more. We sold out, so we had increased it more. So last year when we did it, after coming back from the pandemic, we made close to 1,200 pounds.
1,200 pounds of sausage. All right, we're going to get some. We'll talk more about that in just a minute. All right, so our hands are washed. What are we going to do? Look at you, brought your own knife.
I brought my own knife.
I just figured that out.
German-made knife.
Okay.
It's very easy.
All right, so we're just going to cut the pork.
You just take the meat like this, cut it into pieces.
Is this the same part as a pork chop? No.
No, this is a Boston pork butt. It's a little bit different cut of the pig.
Is it wicked, like from Boston?
Boston. Yeah. Because of Boston, it could be.
All right, so let me try this.
That's just the name they give that. Yeah, so you cut up in pieces like that.
I don't want to mess anything up. Okay.
That's okay. So when you cut it up in pieces like that, and then you're just basically cubing it to try to get it to go smaller to the grinder. Okay.
Okay.
And you add it to what I've already cut.
Pile. Okay.
You could stack 2 or 3 if you like.
Try.
You want to do that?
Let me try. I'll try. Okay. So, wow, this is a sharp knife, Frank.
Well, the sharper the better. That way you don't have to.
Yeah.
And that's it. There you go. Yeah.
And then, do I cut it again?
No, that's it.
It's not. That's it.
A small little piece. Yeah.
I didn't cube it.
Cube it.
All right.
Well, we'll slide through.
We're going to put it inside a grinder. Do you want to bring a meat grinder?
Yes.
Do you want to bring it into the shot?
Sure, I can do
All right,
that.
bring it over.
Okay, we're all done with the cutting board.
Yeah.
So you can get rid of that off to the side there, I guess. You can do that. So this is my grinder that I use.
Here it
use
is.
all kinds of grinders.
Is this the family grinder or what?
This is the one I started with. Okay, my father, when he had the store, he had a much larger one.
Okay.
I started with this one. Then for the Mount Carmel Feast, I used a much bigger one. But for the sake of ease of the show today, about the smaller one.
Okay.
Italians, you always got to have a backup grinder in case something goes.
All right, so
fast.
we got our cubed pork.
Yes, so now we have to mix it.
Pork butt.
Okay. Now we have to mix it, so we use a secret family recipe.
Should I not look at the spices, the herbs and spices?
All right, put them in there.
Put them in there. These are, again, secret family
recipe.
recipe.
We just don't know what they are.
Oh.
So when you do that like that, that's the combination of spices, and we put a little.
So good. Okay, what's this?
Put a little water in there just to make it mix a little bit easier.
Okay, now what?
And then you just mix it with your
hands. You gotta massage it?
Yes.
Okay.
Make sure you mix it all up. Make sure you get all the spices in with the pork.
So you remember doing this as a little kid in your father's market, which was on Arsenal Street in Watertown, right across from St. Anthony's. What was it called?
It was called Gorri's Meat Market.
Frank Gorri.
Gorri's Meat Market.
What was your dad's name?
My dad's name was Dominic.
Dominic.
Well, my grandfather's name was Frank, so I was named after my grandfather.
Okay, all right.
So it looks good.
Good.
Great. So we just take that now.
Smells amazing.
Now we're just ready to put
You
this
sure
in.
you can't tell me what's in it?
What's in the positive? We'll try. Tell you, do you want me to tell you what I have to tell you?
I
No,
understand. Okay.
So now this is a hand-eye coordination thing. You have to hold on to the casing.
Okay.
You come out and you have to feed it. So it takes some practice.
All right. I'm glad you're here to do this.
If you want to try this, you could try it later.
I want to try it, but
Okay,
you
let's get through
start.
part of it. You ready?
Okay.
You see it come through? It's going to come through. This is going to hold it in the casing. So this is what you eat in the store. Okay? You can buy it in the store and get it. It's what's in the sausage. If you want, you can stop if you want. You want to feed it in. You want to cut this off and you want Johnny to try
Cut it off. I'm going to try.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have to tie a knot in the end?
We used to in the old days, but now we just kind of squeeze it.
Okay.
That's fine. So you can try this and just keep your thumb and your forefinger on the end. You're kind of squeezing it and guiding it.
Am I supposed to?
So just hold on the end a little bit. Hold it on the end. You're just trying to guide it. See, there you go. You got it. Doing good. For a rookie, you're doing good.
Hey! I know
Put it on
Italian
the
sausage.
pan.
I love to eat it. Especially at the Mount Carmel Feast.
It comes out, just make sure you put it in the pan. It'll go, and then eventually it'll stop. You get pretty much all of it, okay? So you just take it, and
Look
then you
at
just
that.
cut it. You just did it. You did good job, Johnny.
Fresh Italian sausage.
The first time you did really well.
How do you, like, when you get it in the store, it's not one big, huge piece. What do you do, Frankie? Show me what you do. Show me
Like
what you do.
just, this is what people,
You gotta
I'll just
measure
take it, I'll measure it. We have a thing, we measure it to 6 inches long.
Okay.
And use a 4-inch torpedo, so it just hangs off the edge.
Do you,
so it gives
do
a
you
nice
spin
thing.
it or something? You give
No,
it a
we
spin.
just-
Look
you
at
just
look what he's
squeeze it.
doing.
You just squeeze it.
You squeeze it together,
Just
and then you
squeeze
cut
and
it with a
just
knife?
cut. And that's it.
Look at
And you
this.
got to kind of do the ends
Now-
like that, and that's it.
We got some big rolls like you guys have at the Mount Carmel
Yeah.
Feast, so we got to make them big. So let's
You
make
make
a
'em
few so
bigger?
we can cook them in the
Make
wood
it like
fire.
that. How big do you want it?
Yeah, that's good. Make a big one.
Like that?
Yeah, let's see. Check this out.
Okay. See, we can do that.
All right, Frankie, now that we've got the sausage all in the case, we're gonna cook some up. So throw it in a pan.
Okay.
All right. And
that,
I wanna do that thing that you did. You squeeze it
Squeeze it, yes.
like
Do
that,
Yeah.
and then you just cut it.
Cut it, yes.
Okay, cut it for me.
All right.
Okay,
Put your fingers.
okay. There.
Okay.
Just right in the pan. Does it need any olive oil?
A little bit of pan, maybe spray or not olive oil. If you
Olive
wanna
oil?
do
I got
that.
olive oil right over here, Frankie. Olive oil right here. I always gotta have it nearby. There.
There we
There you go, buddy.
Spread
Okay.
it around, it's fine, because it doesn't have much fat in it. So
Okay. Teamwork
all right.
makes the dream work.
That's right.
Okay, is that good? All right. So sausage is going into the wood-fired oven. Now, in order to really have the full experience, like when you go to the Mount Carmel Feast, you always got to have peppers and onions.
Absolutely.
On the side. So we do have a red pepper, we got a red onion, got a yellow. You want to help me cut it up?
Sure.
All right, go ahead, man. Go to work. I'm gonna put you to work, and then I'm gonna ask you some questions.
Sure.
Okay.
Take it.
All right.
you
First of
gotta seed
all,
out the pepper.
I really want the recipe. Come on. How about the recipe, bud? No? For
you know what I
posterity's
always-
sake?
You know what I always tell you, Johnny?
What do you tell me?
It's a secret family recipe, so if I tell you, I got to kill you.
No, no, all right.
I don't want to
He
do
would
that.
never do that because he's a
Never do
big
that.
sweetheart. I know Frankie a long, long time.
That's
for
Italian.
sure.
Yeah.
So as far as Mount Carmel Feast goes, how
Mm-hmm.
many days worth of sausage making goes into that? What is it, 3 days?
It's a 2-day process. One day we spend it cutting up the pork
Mm-hmm.
and making the sausage and grinding it and everything else like that. And then we let it sit overnight.
Yeah.
The next day we go up, and because we have so much sausage, it's impossible to just take the sausage and put it on the grill raw and keep up with the demand. So we have
Okay.
to pre-cook the sausage.
Oh, okay. All right.
So we put it in pans. And we have an oven up there, and we pre-cook it
And then
for
there's a
about
line.
half an hour.
There's not, I mean, there's a line for the fried dough, but like the people who sell the hamburgers, I think they get a little jealous. Because everybody's waiting for the Italian sausage, like a huge line, like all the way to Bellow Avenue.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But no, nobody's waiting in line for the hamburgers.
It's usually about the fried dough and the sausage.
Yeah.
Those are the two
So
things.
I don't know how much you like to cut it up, but we're just gonna
I
cut
just
the
like
onion
to
like
get-
that. Yeah. Come on, it'll
Throw it
burn
in
it
there?
off, Frankie.
All
Let's
right.
go. I'm hungry. I
Okay.
want to eat.
Okay, go ahead.
We'll just throw that right up in there like that. You did a good job, though. You did a good job cleaning that.
Thank you.
Yeah. So as far as the store goes, what else did your dad sell at his market?
Oh, he had the sausage was a big thing, but then he had meat market, so he had steaks, beautiful hand cut steaks, and
Yeah.
Italian cold cuts, and olives, and cheeses, and the provolones hanging from the ceiling like you see in all the other
So
stores.
do you make sausage like at your house? Like you got that sausage maker that you brought. Do you just make up some
Yeah, I
fresh
have a little
sausage for the night?
kitchen area downstairs, and I just do it up for family,
Nice.
family and friends. Yeah, sure.
Nice. All right, so grab me a cast iron skillet back there, Frankie. We'll throw some olive oil in it.
Okay.
Okay, and we'll throw the peppers and onions in. We'll get those going. We'll get those going along with our sausage. Perfect. Throw the olive oil in there, Frankie. All right, here we go. Look at this.
Nice.
Go on. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Look at that.
All right.
Okay, going in the oven right next to the sausage. All right, while we let that cook, that Italian sausage that we just made fresh right here in front of
Yes, sir.
everybody, I just want to ask you some more questions.
Sure.
Okay, so I know there's a guy from Jersey who comes up to Watertown, New York, and he helps you guys make the sausage for the Mount Carmel Feast, and he often comes up and does the Bravo Italiano
Yes, that's
Festival
correct.
and helps you make the sausage. He's known as the Sausage King of New Jersey, and his name is Vito, right?
Vito.
And when did you guys meet?
About 25 years ago at Fort Drum, I was a civilian working there, and he was a reservist there. And we connected through a mutual party.
So
And
he's
knew
a,
each
he's a
other.
reservist. You guys find out that you got something in common.
Yes,
And
his
what is it?
his grandfather had a grocery store, a meat market. My grandfather had one. And then as kids, we grew up making sausage. So our lives were like parallel, and we never met each other. So we became great friends. And then I said, Vito, so they wanted me to make sausage for the Mount Carmel Feast. My father did it in the store for years. And then this is like 15, 20 years later. How much you want me to make? 500 pounds. I said, wow, that's a lot of sausage. So,
Yeah.
Vito, want to come up and help make 500 pounds? Sure. So that was 15 years ago. And every year he comes up, drives 6.5 hours from New Jersey, spends a whole week up here, helps me make it, and then he helps make the fried dough later.
It's weird because I got a text from Vito right before we started the.
Yes,
He knew.
he knew.
How did he know?
Just
So I
senses.
think that's cool that sausage brought you guys together.
Yes.
So that's kind of a neat thing. All right, so when is the Mount Carmel Feast this year?
Okay, it's going to be June 23rd, 24th, and 25th. It's always the last weekend in June.
Okay.
And they're right across on Arsenal Street, right at St. Anthony's Church, just about a half a mile and a half from the 81, exit
Okay.
45 off 81.
Yeah, come on down. All of our Kingston
Oh, yes.
and Ottawa viewers need to come down and check it out.
Yes, I do.
It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of great food, music, a little vino,
Yes, a little vino.
rides, fried
Yes,
dough,
there's fried dough. Yes,
and Gorri's famous
Italian sausage.
Italian
That's
sausage.
right. We got great homemade pizza with the Latier family. We've got stuffed shells. We got chicken parm torpedoes, and it goes on and on.
Making you hungry out there? It
It's a
should
good
be.
time.
It's a
It's,
good
definitely-
time.
and it's free
What is it you
admission.
said about Italians when it comes to making food?
You always got to make more. So if you have a family dinner for 10 people, you cook like you're having 20 over. Because you never want to run out. It's a mortal sin to run out of food.
Yeah.
You have leftovers, give it to take home. So St. Anthony's, yeah. So it's a big event. It's just becoming a reunion. People get together every year
Yeah, I
for
love
this,
it.
and it's just
Well,
amazing.
I'm going to be there, and I'm going to be in line for this famous Italian
please
sausage.
come down.
But guess what? Time to pull it out the
All
oven.
right, let's do it.
Let's go.
Okay. There you go. Look at that. Oh, nice.
Now, I got to say, we made a lot of sausage, and you said we got to make enough for everybody, so
That's
we
right.
actually doubled the batch.
That's right, of course.
Ooh, it's hot, everybody.
It's the Italian way.
Look at that.
It's the Italian way.
We got to give it 1 second to cool. Frank Gorri, I love this. Now, let me ask you a question. We're going to put peppers and onions on this Italian sausage. Do you put ketchup?
No, not usually, no.
No,
My father
no
was
mustard,
always
no ketchup on your Italian
dead
sausage?
against that ketchup or mustard, but people do that. But you just say, why do you want to cover up the taste of my great Italian sausage? So people do that. You can do that if
He's
you
a
want.
purist.
Yes. It's a
All right,
purist.
so here's what we got. I ended up getting, did you say Altieri's makes the bread for the rolls for the Mount Carmel
Yes,
Feast,
they-
another
yes,
great
they do.
Italian
Yes,
family in
they
the
do.
North Country? So I got some of their bread. So do we want to put the peppers and the onions in first?
I put them on the bottom,
All right.
usually, so
How about
that
the
way
cheese? I got some mozzarella.
you put the cheese over the top if you
Okay.
want. So put
All
the
right, so
peppers.
we'll put the peppers and the onions in
That
the
way
bottom.
they're in the roll and they don't fall out of the roll.
Okay.
When you're eating, then you put the sausage on top,
Okay.
and then you can put the mozzarella on the top if you want.
Okay. Like this.
Just melt a little bit if you. That's another variation, but sure.
I know you don't normally put the mozzarella on, but
No,
we
not
thought
for the feast. We don't. but
everybody
that's-
would love it.
Yes.
Okay, that's yours. Give me another plate.
Okay.
Let's make another one. Again, we got the roll.
Okay.
You want me to make this one without the mozzarella for you?
Sure.
Okay. You want the sausage and the peppers on the bottom? Mm-hmm. Okay. This is a curly one.
Squeeze it
Okay.
in there.
And look at it. We're going to put a couple of these on
There you go.
top.
You can do that.
Just to make it look good. All
There you
right.
go.
All right. That's for you.
Okay. Awesome.
Ooh, Frankie.
Isn't that beautiful?
All right, let me get mine.
Okay.
Okay. So here's the deal. We're about to take a bite here, but Gorri's Italian sausage, you'll find it at the stand at the Mount Carmel Feast at St. Anthony's Church on the last weekend in June.
June 23rd, 24th, and 25th. Right on Arsenal Street off exit 45 and 81. There you go. Love to
Let me
have
tell
it.
you want to get there early because there will be a line because it's always a line for the sausage. Okay, let's do a taste.
Thanks. Okay.
Look at this. Oh, no. Frank,
Oh, perfect.
sure you're not going to tell me the secret family recipe?
Nope.
I tried, folks.
Can't do it.
So good. We'll see you in line at the festival. Thanks for watching Johnny on Fire. Thank you so much. Thank you, Frankie. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome. My
Everybody,
pleasure.
check out the Dinner at Johnny's podcast, wherever you get your podcast. And Johnny on Fire is on WPBSTV.org. You can see all the recipes, even though Frank's isn't going to be up there. And of course, you can enjoy the back episodes. Thank you so much for tuning in. Manja.
Enjoy. Okay. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Enjoy. I'm going to cut this because it's way too big for me.